Hey everyone, how's it going today? Well, Matthew 6:33, Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Now, all these things, what does he mean by all these things? In context, he's saying, what shall we eat? What shall we drink? What shall we wear? He says that all these things the Gentiles seek, but he's saying you have a Father in heaven, and he knows that you need all these things. So, I just wanted to give a couple of biblical examples of Matthew 6:33 being worked out in a practical way. So, Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All these things, what shall we eat, what shall we drink, what shall we wear, all these things will be added to you." So he sent out his disciples 2 by 2. First he sent out the 12, and he said, preach the gospel, heal the sick, raise the dead, and whatever house you enter, eat whatever is set before you. Then he also sent out, he sent out 70 others also, and he told them the same thing. Later on in Luke's gospel, he said, he asked them, he says, "When I sent you out, did you lack anything?" And they said, "Nothing. We lacked nothing." So his disciples, they experienced it firsthand. So it's not just a saying, it's it's practical, right? Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All these things, they'll be added to you. Jesus experienced this for himself, but it also benefited others. Think about this. He was out there preaching, ministering. There were thousands of people. And his disciples said, "Hey, it's getting late. Let's send these people away. They're going to be hungry and thirsty. And so, let them go into the towns, buy something to eat." And Jesus said, "You give them something to eat." They're like, "What?" There's one person that they had basically lunch, right? A few fish, a few loaves of bread. And they said, "What are these among so many?" So we know what happens. Jesus divided them all among thousands, and what they collected, what was left over, was much more than what they began with. And Jesus did this twice, right? Once to a crowd of 5,000, and then to a crowd of 4,000. So later on, he asked them, they were saying, "We forgot to take bread with us." And Jesus said, "Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of Herod." And they said, "It's because we brought no bread." And Jesus says, "Why do you say that? What are you thinking?" He says, "When I divided the loaves among the 5,000, how many did you take up? 12. When I divided the loaves among the 4,000, how many did you take up? How many large baskets did you take up? 7. He's like, "Why aren't you guys getting this?" So Jesus himself, in doing what he did, preaching to these thousands of people, and then they were hungry. He was seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And what was added unto them? What will we eat? Because that's what their need was. That's what their immediate need was. What shall we eat? So, just an encouragement. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All your needs, they will be added unto you. So until next time, God bless you.